You have always been a confident person. You have always been a planner, a list maker, and you're convinced that with a smart strategy and good effort, you will get through. And life can be steered in roughly the right direction with both strategy and effort. And for a long time, for many years, that belief will seem to hold. But there will be times when things don't go your way. For instance, a career opportunity that you've worked hard towards for many years vanishes overnight. A cherished relationship drifted into something distant and unrecognizable. The future that once looked bright and neatly outlined suddenly turns into a black, intimidating page. You're not just disappointed, you become unmoved. The usual tools, that is good planning and good work and harder work, tighter control, all of these become useless. And underneath would be a quiet panic, a constant resistance to what was because it differed so painfully from what should have been. So, what is actually happening when things don't go our way? The first is emotional pain and resistance. The natural reaction to disappointment is to resist the situation, which can be a source of suffering. And this is going to present as sadness and loss because disappointment often involves grieving the loss of a desired outcome, even if it's not a death. The next is anger and frustration. You might feel annoyed or angry that things did not turn out as planned. Then slowly it goes into self doubt. Is it your fault? Disappointment can lead to questioning your own abilities or the choices that you made. And finally, withdrawal. A desire to withdraw or numb the feelings is a common coping mechanism and it is very unhealthy. For everything that is happening in our mind, something is happening in our brain also. When expectations are unmet, it is said that a part of the brain called the lateral habicula becomes active. This region signals the midbrain to halt the production of dopamine, which is the brain's pleasure chemical, leading to a feeling of being drained or crashing. This is known as the dopamine crash because the pleasure center of the brain is deactivated. So now what happens? Healing should begin soon, but it will never occur on its own. We need to get it going. We need to start this healing process. And how do we do that? It is a 5-step process. The first is acknowledge and process. Acknowledge your feelings and allow yourself to experience disappointment, frustration, or sadness without dwelling on them for too long. Take a breather and remember that it's okay to pause and regroup, as not everything is life or death. So it is very natural to experience the feelings that I have spoken about earlier. They will come, you have to acknowledge them and accept them. Now that you have acknowledged your feelings, sit down and reflect. Reflect on the situation to understand what went wrong and what you could have done differently using the experience to learn and grow. Focus on what you can control rather than getting stuck on things outside your influence. We think we can control most of the things, but control is an illusion. Life isn't a puzzle to solve but a river to move with. The river doesn't insist on flowing in a straight line. Now it's time for the battle to come out from the brain. Adapt and start moving forward. Be flexible by being open to new opportunities and changes that can lead to unexpected growth. Develop a plan to move forward, which might involve adjusting your expectations or trying a different approach. Your goal is the same, but your method is going to be different. And set small goals and focus on taking small steps to build momentum and achieve your aspirations. Acceptance is strength, not surrender. Acceptance isn't approval, it's ending the exhausting war with reality. It's like saying, this is today's weather. I can't stop the rain, but I can find a shelter. And if you continue to resist these changes that are occurring in your life, it will lead to suffering. Because suffering is multiplied by our stories, the stories that our brain makes up. Like, for instance, this is unfair, my life is ruined. Acceptance turns those thoughts from storms into just passing clouds. Now you have started the healing process. And to stay on track, maintain a positive mindset. Practice self compassion. Avoid being excessively critical of yourself. And focus on gratitude and the positives in your life. They help to maintain a positive outlook. And stay connected with supportive people and engage in activities that bring you joy. But if you're not able to do these things and you feel the problem is bigger, seek support. Reach out for support from friends, family, or mental health professionals to gain a new perspective and feel less alone. Communicate your needs by letting your inner circle know that you're struggling, which allows them to offer support. And when they do offer support, do not hesitate. Grab it with both hands. So once you start doing all this, what is going to happen? The external facts are not going to change. The job opportunity that was there that had gone stays gone. The relationship that altered stays altered. But the internal hurricane will be quieted and healing will begin. And healing will lead to a positive growth. The book When Things Don't Go Your Way by Himin Sanim is a good read. It would help to put you back on track.